Hi guys, this is Kelly once again from Bond Machines, and today I will be doing a video on how to use your Singer sewing machine to do a buttonhole using the left and right needle positioning. Okay, so I'll quickly tell you how to set it up, and I'll just do the buttonhole with the machine. First and foremost, make sure you threaded your machine properly, and you make sure that the machine is working properly in terms of the stitch length regulator and all that. Now I'm using a treadle for this machine. I don't want to use the electrical function. I'm using the manual part of the machine. Okay, so I'll quickly put in the fabric and tell you the settings on how to go about doing your buttonhole. All right. Okay, traditionally in doing a buttonhole, you need to measure the size of the button you're using. So I'm using a chalk now. I will just draw a T sign. So I'll just draw this one down. Oh, the chalk is too wide though, and just draw it up and down. All right. The purpose of this is I'll be sewing along this edges here, so I won't go beyond the point. But basically, before you do this, you need to measure the button you're using for the project. So, but I'll just do that now. Then you take it to the machine and make sure you start from initials. Now from your machine, like I told you earlier in my review of the machine, if you're sewing the zigzag, it has to be on anything beyond 0. But if you're sewing the regular straight stitch, okay, it has to be on 0. Zigzag is beyond 0. Okay, so now the first thing you do is to make sure that you put it on 5, which is the max amount of zigzag. Then you reduce your stitch length regulator to about, I think, number 25 to 1, so you can have a much closer stitch. Okay, so when I sew through now, you see the outcome on the fabric. All right, so I just do a couple of stitch, that's all. Now I've sewn the top part. Now when you come back to your machine, you just turn this needle positioning down to, I'll be using the left hand part. Okay, then you reduce this to a minimal number. So for this, I'll be using, I think, number 2 here. So when I go back to my fabric now and I sew through, okay, just be careful I don't pass that. Then once I've done the left hand side, what I do is I come back here and I just turn this to 5. Okay, when I turn it to 5, I just come back to the fabric and you see it just goes this way. Then I do like 2 or 3 turns. I turn it and I turn it round, all the way around, and make sure I get the exact position it is. Then I take this one back to number 2. All right, you can use 3 or 4 depending on how long you want the buttonhole to be. So just be careful you don't go beyond the, okay. So there you have it, guys. That's the buttonhole. You can actually use a seam rip to put a hole in between so your button can pass through. Well, you can actually increase the stitch length, so I'll just run through it quickly. Now I'm using 5 here and I just do a couple of stitch. Then I'm using number 3. Okay, so I'm using a much longer one. Then at this point I turn it down to 5, then I just press in and turn it the other way around and get it back to 3. Sorry. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Your buttonhole. You can actually use your seam rip to put a hole in between. So basically you can use any of the positioning, needle position, on how to do your buttonhole with your Singer sewing machine. All right, thank you so much, guys, for watching, and God bless you.